we want to do some sort of podcast.
Yeah.
And we've been talking about doing a podcast for a really long time. And finally, Tommy was just like, let's freaking go do it. So here we are.
Bree has done them in the past, and she has talked our entire relationship so far about wanting to get back into them. And I'm like, heck yeah, let's do it. So, and like, we've had different ideas, and now we legitimately have no idea but an idea, if that makes sense. I mean,
we're going to just wing it.
Yeah, we're going to do a little bit talking about, you know, our life together, how we've come together as a couple, things that we've done, not in a dirty way. Yes, exactly. Well, maybe. But no, but talk about things that we've done, like adventures that we've gone on, and house renovation projects, and then we'll go into some niche stuff, you know, some wrestling stuff, you know, because that's kind of my fandom.
Yep.
Maybe bring up some of her fandom that she kind of keeps hidden away in a box.
Literally in this closet next to me.
Legit hidden away in a box. So it'd be nice to kind of talk about that, because she, over the last, you know, year and a half, has gotten really in depth on my wrestling fandom. And like, we haven't even scratched the surface on hers.
Yeah.
Not her wrestling fandom, because she does have a wrestling fandom now.
Yeah.
But we haven't gotten into her personal fandoms.
To be fair, like, the reason I was in fandom is because I was seeking romance, and now I have that on a daily basis with you.
Well, you're welcome.
So, what I thought we could do, this was actually your idea to talk about our relationship.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if anybody's going to watch this, if anything's going to come of it, but I guess.
Could just be us recording for ourselves to see what we look like on camera, and me hating myself.
Watching it in 20 years and being like, oh my God, we did have a really fun first date.
Yeah.
So.
We're going to start out at the beginning. I mean.
Should we start at the beginning of the first date, or should we talk about how we met on a dating app?
I mean, we can definitely talk about how we met on a dating app and how I was ghosted for 2 months because somebody was terrible at checking their dating apps.
Yeah. So I had previously been married, and I had gotten married right before the dating app scene hit. And so I had never been on dating apps. And at the time I was on OkCupid and Tinder, and I feel like there's a third one, but I don't know. It's been so long now. Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And Tommy matched with me on OkCupid.
Yeah.
And he messaged me. And
the day that I matched, I swiped and, you know, got a match. And so that means that she'd already been checking me out because, you know, why not? But the day that I swiped, I actually sent her a message right away. Normally, that's not who I was on a dating app, because usually whenever I, you know, match with someone on a dating app back then, it was, they probably just accidentally did it. But, you know, this one, it was like, I'm gonna shoot my shot, you know?
Yeah.
So I messaged her and got no response.
Yeah. So the notifications for me for OkCupid sucked.
They did for everybody. Yes. It wasn't just you.
So I didn't even notice. And I just remember, like, all of a sudden getting a notification 2 weeks after your first one and seeing that you had messaged me before. And I was like, huh. And so, of course, I went to your profile. I'm like, who is this dude?
That sounds right.
And I was looking at your profile. I'm like, okay, I see why I swiped on him. I'm like, he's pretty cute. He's you are pansexual, and so am I. Yep. And so I was like, okay, well, if he's queer, then, you know, he didn't vote for a Trump, which, you know,
correct.
automatically a great thing. And then also, you had kind of like this fun air about you. And there was one where you had like a shirtless over the head selfie kind of situation. And
yeah,
he's got nipple piercings and they're fantastic.
We don't need to bring this up in the first episode.
Yeah, we do. So I wrote you back.
Yeah. Do you remember the first thing that I wrote you? Well, the second thing, I guess. The first thing you never responded to.
I just remember one of our first conversations was about pizza and apples.
The first conversation was about pizza. The first question that you answered was about pizza.
Yeah.
It was, does pineapple belong on pizza?
Yeah. And that's a great question. One that I do like pineapple on pizza. Not every pizza I have,
right.
But it doesn't have
to not be on pizza.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not one of those, it's not a sin as some people try to claim that it is.
Yeah. Actually, since we started dating, I even had pickles on pizza.
Yes.
And that's pretty good. CJ's Pizza in Indianapolis, Plainfield area.
Yes.
Ugh,
phenomenal.
Just amazing pizza regardless.
We need to make a trip back over there to get some CJ's.
We do, for sure. So anyways, we just started talking.
Yeah.
And it took about a week.
Roughly about a week before we finally set up a first date.
Uh-huh. And had you not put two and two together, we live in the Indianapolis area. And I like to be very cautious about where you meet random strangers.
Oh, absolutely.
Despite the fact that we had amazing conversations, we were probably talking a good majority of the day. Had we switched to text messages at that point?
We switched like 2 days before we actually met. Mm-hmm. When she gave me her Google number.
Yeah. Listen, I have had my phone number since I was 16 years old.
You're good.
Having a disposable Google number to text random people so that you don't have to change your number.
You're good.
So we had decided I proposed the garage, which is in Mass Ave in the Indianapolis area.
Giant food hall where you can get pretty much any kind of food you can think of.
Yeah.
The vast majority of the food that I've tried there has always been good. The sushi place left a little bit to desire.
Yeah. So we decided on August 20th.
Yeah. It was a Tuesday.
It was a Tuesday.
So one of the reasons why we kind of remember that it was a Tuesday is that's game night at the garage.
Yeah.
Although we didn't partake in any of the games that they were providing for them or joined any of the other games, we ended up having our own game night.
Yep.
And so we get there. I'm. Even though, yes, I am, a 6'2", 200+ pound guy, I still am, like her, cautious of where I meet people because you never know. It's, at the time 2024, you never know what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. So I am a constantly early person to everything. So I got there 20 minutes early and sat out in the parking lot just waiting and looking around, and I finally see, while sitting in my car, this beautiful woman with pink hair get out of the car and start heading towards the garage. Mm-hmm. So that was, at my point, my cue to get out and go as well. Mm-hmm. So I follow her in, not creepily at all. I'm probably about 10, 15 paces behind her. She gets into the garage and sits down at a little.
They have it's not a recliner. It's
just
kind
a
of
chair type thing.
But it's fluffy and leathery, and I'm like, ugh, should this really be in a public space?
Probably not.
Whatever.
But whatever. So she sits down, and as soon as she sat down and sat back a little bit, I come up to her and I'm like, Bree? And so a thing that I am a big proponent on is consent.
Yep. Me too.
Generally, you are too. But as soon as she heard my name or heard her name, she sprung up, said, "Yes, you must be Tommy," and then gave me a big old hug.
Yeah.
Never asked for consent.
Wrap my arms around him. No
fear.
None.
No fear
I'm
whatsoever.
oh my God. So to this day, he still makes fun of me.
Oh yeah.
So we ended up, you went off and got something to eat, and I got a PB and something smoothie at
peanut butter and banana, I think, or peanut butter.
I can't remember the name.
Remember.
I haven't gotten one recently.
No.
But I went and got a smoothie, and then we found each other again near the game area.
Yep.
And that's one of the nice things about the garage is I'm a fairly picky eater. Not only is it very public, we knew it was a game night, so there are going to be lots of people there. And being a fairly picky eater, like I don't have to worry at the garage if he's going to choose some sushi place at that point.
Not that time.
And so we were able to get what we wanted. I also had bariatric surgery in 2023, so what I can and cannot eat and quantity wise is very limited. So it's also a very smart choice for me personally to meet at that kind of place.
Yeah.
And so we sit back down and we're chatting, and I brought a deck of cards.
Yes.
Because I was like, well, if it's game night, I don't know if we're going to want anything that anybody has, but you can always find something to play with cards.
Sure.
So we decided to play Speed, which I hadn't played Speed in years. And it had
probably been like 20 years for me at that point.
We had to look up the instructions, but as soon as we got going, we're like, okay, yeah, I remember how to do this. I kicked his ass so bad.
She did. And I didn't even let her win.
Yeah, I was just really good at it.
I was just too enamored with the beauty that was sitting in front of me.
Oh, right. That explains the next few times and me kicking your ass again.
So we get there and I order my food. So I get I go to the Brazilian food place and get a sandwich with like steak and onions and sausage and everything like that, fries. And get back to the table, and I'm trying to be a gentleman and be polite and like, hey, do you want to try this? And it was at that point where she tells me, no, I hate onions.
I do.
And I'm like, well, crap. There goes my chances of actually getting a good night kiss if she didn't anything like that.
Yeah.
Even though I still did not get a good night kiss, but we'll get there.
I prepped you that probably was not going to be the case.
100%.
Yeah.
So I eat about half my sandwich because she's just sitting there drinking a smoothie, and I eat like most of my fries. Food there, the Brazilian food there is actually phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's usually my go-to there.
Yeah.
But, I sit down, we eat, we start playing games. One of the first things that I noticed was her earrings and purse matched.
Yeah.
So she has 2 of them now, of these purses that are cameras. A black one and a red one. And at that point, it was the black one because she hadn't bought the red one yet.
No, not yet.
So I compliment, her purse and her earrings. And I'm like, oh, you must be a photographer. And at that point, we hadn't discussed any of that.
Yeah.
But she tells me that she did take some photography courses at a local arts center here in Indy.
Indy Arts Center. It's up in Broad Ripple. They have amazing classes.
So normally on a first date, I am very shy and awkward.
Oh yeah. This boy decides to tell me before we meet, hey, just so you know, I don't talk much. I'm really quiet. I'm kind of awkward in person. I'm like, okay, you're great, texting. You talked so freaking much.
That's
so much.
Not normal for me at all.
Yeah.
Even to the people that I know, I'm still awkward as crap.
I find it endearing.
And first date with her, boom. I was able to talk, no problem. Didn't I don't think we even had a lull in the conversation.
No, not in an awkward way.
No.
It was more like, hey, we need to drink some water because neither of us have shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even whenever I was eating, I generally don't talk with my mouth full, but she's yammering the whole time, but it wasn't yammering as in
an
a bad
insulting way.
thing. But like she was taking that as her cue to talk a little bit about herself, because yes, we had done the get to know each other over text and everything, but it's a completely different ball game
When you're in person.
When you're in person.
Yeah.
But let's go back to actually whenever we were before the date.
Okay.
So we were talking and everything, texting back and forth, and like we were talking about where we grew up and everything, and we're both describing this super small town that we both grew up in. And like as we're talking, we're both like, this is weird, but are we from like the same area?
Right.
Are we from the same town? Nowhere close to
Not
being,
even close.
But like we grew up in the exact same like environment.
Yeah.
But like then we both end up here in Indianapolis area. So, you know, we got that the basics out of the way during the texting process, but we got to know each other a little bit better while eating and enjoying getting my butt kicked at speed.
Yep.
So we hung out there. We never ended up actually playing any of the games that were provided by the garage. I think we played 3 games? 3 or 4?
Yeah, I mean, it was, at a certain point, I just felt bad, so I decided that we should stop.
Yeah. But, like, I ate half my food, like I said, and then tossed it. And then we just hung out there for a little while at the garage. And we ended up not wanting the night to end.
That's correct.
But we were both like, well, we did what we came here to do.
Yeah.
We ate, we hung out. Well, I ate, she
slurped. I'm not a slurper.
No.
I sipped.
No, she was polite and let me try her smoothie too.
Yeah.
And it was good, but
I mean, it's not a meal for you.
Exactly. But then we ended up going across the street to the duck pin bowling place. What's it called?
I want to say Pinwheels, but I know that's
no.
It doesn't matter.
No, we went across the street to the duck pin bowling place, and they have more than just duck pin bowling there. They have arcades,
games,
pool. They have a whole bar.
Yeah.
Area where you can just chill and watch TV. But they have this nice little secluded rooftop.
Yeah, it's beautiful. They have a whole nother bar up there too.
Yeah, they have a whole bar up there, and that's where, you know, the pool tables are, and they have the giant beer pong up there.
Yep.
But they have this rooftop where it's 2 big fire pits in the middle, or at each end of the rooftop area.
Yeah.
And I'd personally never been there. I'd only done the duck pin bowling downstairs. Knew there was an upstairs, no clue what was up there.
I had been up there before. I don't remember why. Definitely not romantic like it was with you.
No.
But
so being that, you know, when we had our first date,
it was August.
And it was an unseasonably chilly August evening too. So it wasn't like a hot August. So hanging out around the fireplaces out there was real nice. We got a little place on a bench by it and just chilled for a while.
Yeah, we were probably there about an hour.
Yeah.
And we sat close together, and my knee touched his because he was wearing shorts and I was wearing a dress.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Never held hands. I think I might have put my arm around you once.
Well, I can't remember.
But like very, very little physical contact.
Yeah.
And
other than me assaulting you with a hug.
Other than that. But like it was a very chill, relaxed evening.
Yeah.
Like at this point I had been on several first dates.
Yeah.
And you had been on a few.
I was at the point where actually I had like, it wasn't even a relationship, but it was weird, and I ended it, and I was like, okay, I'm done. Like full on was about ready to delete the dating apps. And then I saw your message and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
all right. So yeah, you slid right in underneath the.
Slid right into those DMs.
Yep. You went under the limbo bar that was falling, and you were successful because, yeah, I was at the point where I was just like, you know what, I'm good. I can do this on my own. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need anybody. But
100% you could.
oh yeah, heck yes. But and then I met you and figured out that
Here we are.
love, schmoopy, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a very lovely first date. Yeah, it probably went 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
And you had to work early the next day.
Didn't have a care in the world.
He did not. I was working the next day too, but I work from home, so it wasn't that big of a deal. I could just roll out of bed and walk in. But
literally walk across the hall for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like for me, it was only a 20-minute commute at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did not care.
Nope. It was fantastic. So by the week, we almost closed out. I wouldn't say we closed out Duck Pen, but the garage was closed by the time we were done.
Yeah.
And so he walked me back to my car. There was like not a lot of people in the parking lot at all. And I remember him walking me to my driver's side. And I was like, oh God, he's going to go in for a kiss. I'm not ready for that. And I'm like having this whole mental like war with myself. And which sounds really weird given the fact that I was in my late 30s at that point, but I hadn't dated a lot. And so that still was very like high school nerve wracking for me. And so I was like, hug? And so we had a very nice long hug, if I remember correctly.
It was.
And got in my car and drove away. But it was a fantastic, fantastic first date.
It was.
And to this day, he still gives me shit about the fact that I didn't ask for consent for the first hug of the night, but I did for the second hug of the night.
Usually it's the opposite way. The first hug, it's, hey, can I give you a hug?
And
then at the end of the night, it's like, okay, we already got that first awkward hug out of the way.
Yeah.
No, let's just go super awkward and not even ask for consent on that first one.
Yeah. But you did tell me, though, that you saw me pulling away and you're like, damn it. You were warring with yourself at that point.
Yeah. If I wanted to go back to her car, knock on her window and ask for that goodnight kiss.
Yeah.
But in retrospect, glad that I didn't, because
our first kiss was pretty baller.
Glad it wasn't like 30 minutes later, but
yeah,
still pretty baller.
Which we'll save the second date story for
absolutely
next time. So I told them what like drew me to your dating profile. What do you got to share about mine?
So the pink hair is one thing.
It's honestly, not as vibrant right now, but I'm timing it out for when we go to Squared Circle, so it will be vibrant when I meet Orange Cassidy.
Yes. Like prior to even seeing your profile, I had never been a huge fan of like odd color hair.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I was never a huge fan. Then I saw it mixed with like everything else, your outfits that you were wearing in the pictures. And like at that point, you even had the purple tinge at the bottom.
I did, yeah.
Which was not in any of your pictures, but whatever.
Yeah.
She was using outdated pictures for dating apps.
It was not.
No, she wasn't. But like that just mixed with your smile. Really like it did it for me. Like I said, I wasn't a huge fan of the bright colored hair, but like ever since meeting you, heck yeah. That does it. That does it for me. Your smile and your eyes, they just, in your pictures, they just look so kind. You did mention on there, on your dating profile about the bariatric surgery.
Yep. Yep. I believe the phrase was, I've had bariatric surgery. I lost a lot of weight, so I'm still squishy.
Yes. And if you're not fine with that,
then move along.
Move along.
Yep.
And honestly, didn't bother me either way. You're a beautiful human.
Thanks.
And like, since we've started dating, I've seen pictures of you, you know, from college all the way up until before your surgery. And I believe I've told you in every one, you're absolutely beautiful in everything.
You did. Yeah.
So it wasn't the bariatric surgery or anything. It's not like that's a kink that I don't know. I'm sure it is for some people.
I'm sure it is too.
But for me, that was not. But like the fact that you were so upfront and honest about it, because like, I'm sure that there are some people out there that have had that and do have, you know, the squishy factor that you talked about.
Yeah.
That they would not be upfront and honest about that. And like, you're putting yourself out on a dating app, already in a vulnerable position being out on a dating app, but putting something that vulnerable out there for the public and out there for like, this is the first impression of me.
Yeah.
You know, that told me that this is a person that is a great human and it is willing to show that side of themselves, that, you know, they want to be vulnerable, but they want to be strong at the same time, because it is a strength thing too, to put that out there.
Yeah.
Because, you know.
Yeah.
Because.
Well, I mean, from I don't know if it's a lady perspective, but from my perspective, it's like, you know, I don't want to get accused of catfishing.
Yeah.
And so, I'm proud of the work I did.
Absolutely.
After bariatric surgery. But at the same time, like, I look super cute in summer dresses.
You do. You wear dresses like all the time.
Yeah. I wore jeans the other day.
Love it.
And you freaked out. You're like, why are you wearing jeans?
Yeah. Like, in the entire time that her and I have been together, I think maybe 3 times she's worn jeans.
Yeah.
Now, jean shorts, she's worn a few more times.
Right.
She actually just wore some last night.
Yeah. We went to the 35th anniversary of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Yes.
At the AMC. It was delightful.
It was.
But yeah, I very much was like, I don't want to, you know, get on a first date and then somebody be like, oh, well, you're not as small as I thought you were, or blah, blah, blah. So I was just like, fuck it. I'm just going to be honest. Like, I squishy. I have loose skin, but I worked hard for that loose skin. Yeah. So.
No, I love it. The fact that you put that out there right away, and it's just like, it's part of who you are. Yeah. So if you're being that upfront and honest, I feel like you're going to be that upfront and honest outside of that dating app scene. Yeah. You know, and turns out accurate. She is.
Yeah. You are too.
Thanks. I try.
So, Tommy, we've talked at length about our dating app meeting.
Yes.
And our first date.
Yes.
Clearly, we're still together. And I think that I'm looking forward to reminiscing about our second date.
Absolutely.
Because it was pretty freaking phenomenal.
Honestly, yeah.
Probably. I mean, I loved our first date, but our second date, just your thoughtfulness and, you know, other things.
Yeah. We'll get to that eventually.
We'll get to it. So if you've stuck around this long, thank you for listening to us. Just, you know, talk about us.
Yeah. And eventually, like I said, we will get into not us things if we continue on with this. And I feel like this has been fun.
I was going to say, this is your first time ever podcasting. How do you feel about it?
It's been fun. I enjoy talking to you, obviously. I can do that for hours. I've already done it for over a half an hour on microphone and on camera. That's not to mention the multiple hours that we've already spent together today. Yeah. But like, yeah, this has been fun. I'm looking forward to reminiscing more about like some of our past experiences together, our dates and stuff. Mm-hmm. But we'll also, like I said, if we continue doing this, can talk about, you know, some of the fun things that we've done together that weren't just like, oh, our first date, our second date, our third date. No, we'll bring up some of the trips that we've been on together.
Yeah.
Some of the we've completely redone this house.
Yeah.
Basically, I mean, not like floors and plumbing and all that, but
there's budget constraints.
there's budget constraints, yes. But we've put up a crap ton of paint, new lighting fixtures, everything. We'll get to that, and then we'll also get to, some wrestling content, and
we'll figure something out.
We'll figure something out for you.
Maybe we'll bring Penelope on an episode.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, at least for a few seconds.
Yeah.
We have a dog.
Yeah.
But I think that another thing that I think we should share is maybe how we've grown in our relationship skills. Because before us, we've only had failed relationships.
Yeah. Yeah.
And maybe we could share some wisdom of, hopefully that we're going to succeed in staying together a very, 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 very long time.
That would be nice.
And I hope when we get to our August 20th of 2050, 2060, we can watch this and be delighted that we did this.
I think we will.
Okay.
I think we will.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.